Making the correct picks in your fantasy football draft can be the difference between having a dominant team and having to work extra hard during the season. Let's make your life easier by giving you the best picks in every round 1 through 10 of your fantasy drafts. Hey, before I get to the picks, I got to remind you of the ultimate fantasy football cheat code this year. That is flockfantasy.com/endgame. You get a chance to put your fantasy football skills to the test in redraft leagues against myself and Pierre. Cash prizes are available in those leagues. Ace your drafts like a pro with our video draft course to help you dominate your fantasy draft this year. Gain the edge with our top-notch draft rankings and weekly and season rankings. Get access to secret knowledge with our articles and videos that you cannot find anywhere else. And as a bonus, you can show off your fantasy skills in one of our great endgame t-shirts just by becoming a member. Sign up now at flockfantasy.com/endgame and grab an amazing 30% off discount. For the purpose of this video, I'm using ESPN ADP, a 12-team PPR league. So let's jump right into it. In round 1, the best value, the best pick has to be Ja'Marr Chase at 4. This is a guy who is the consensus number 2, sometimes the number 1 pick in most expert drafts, high-stake drafts. So ESPN drafts, to see him down at number 4, to me, absolute steal here. I'm not worried about the Joe Burrow calf injury. Joe Burrow has not had a training camp yet. Year 1 was COVID. Year 2, he was coming back from ACL. Last year, he had appendicitis. Now he has this calf injury. Joe Burrow doesn't need training camp. He'll be out there week 1, ready to go. Ja'Marr Chase is a beast. Entering year 3, I think we see the best Ja'Marr Chase we've ever seen. I think he has the potential to pass Justin Jefferson as the number 1 wide receiver. So getting him at the 4th spot, a steal. Take him there every time. In round 2, I'm going with another wide receiver. That's CeeDee Lamb, another guy usually going middle to late first round in higher stakes expert drafts. So to get him in the 2nd round would be an absolute steal, in my opinion. This guy was the wide receiver 4 from week 7 on when he had a healthy Dak Prescott. This West Coast system Mike McCarthy is going to put in is only going to help CeeDee Lamb. I expect CeeDee Lamb to be a top 5 wide receiver this year. So getting him in the 2nd round, no brainer. Do it every time. Now in the 3rd round, I'm going running back with Rhamondre Stevenson right at the end of the 3rd round. I don't get it. I know they brought Leonard Fournette in for a workout, but he didn't sign. He's going to be the workhorse. He's going to catch a ton of passes. The only guys behind him are Pierre Strong and Kevin Harris. It's going to be an offense that goes through the running game. It's not going to be a pass-heavy offense. Rhamondre Stevenson, a true workhorse running back, a PPR monster at the end of the 3rd round. Every single time you got to do that. All right, in round 4, this is an absolute no-brainer for me. Chris Olave at 39. What? I can't believe it. This is a guy going in the mid-2nd round. I know a lot of people think that's crazy and he shouldn't be there, but he should. He was an absolute stud last year as a rookie. Playing with terrible quarterbacks, was almost as good as Garrett Wilson. Had he played those extra 2 games, he probably would have put up better numbers than Garrett Wilson last year. He got a massive quarterback upgrade with Derek Carr. Derek Carr is going to force feed him targets. He's a down-the-field threat, which is something Derek Carr loves to do. This is a match made in heaven. Chris Olave is going to have a huge 2nd year in the 4th round, potentially as your flex starter. That's a massive get. In round 5, I'm going another wide receiver, Christian Watson out of Green Bay. This guy has tremendous weekly upside. I don't think it matters that it's Jordan Love and not Aaron Rodgers. This isn't a guy who needs a quarterback who can pinpoint the ball to him. This is a guy with home run speed, home run playmaking. Just get the ball in his hands, give him a chance. He can make the rest happen. So basically, as your wide receiver potentially on your bench, or if you're in a 3 wide receiver league, your flex, absolutely grabbing Christian Watson in the 5th round every time. Now on to round 6, and there's a quarterback I absolutely love in this range. And if you haven't gone quarterback yet, grab Trevor Lawrence here. This guy is primed for a huge year 3, over 4,000 yards last year, 25 touchdowns. First year in this Doug Peterson system. Really the first year in an actual NFL system, because year 1 with Urban Meyer was a complete joke. I'm going early QB when I can this year, but man, if I can get Trevor Lawrence at this spot as my QB1 after loading up the rest of my team, I will happily do it. So Trevor Lawrence in the 6th round all day long. Round 7, let's get our RB2. I'm still grabbing J.K. Dobbins every chance I can, especially in this spot. I'm not worried about him being on the PUP list. I think this is more the Ravens protecting themselves, because if he holds out and doesn't play by week 6 while he's on the PUP list, then basically next year he enters the last year of his deal again. It's like this year never happened. He'll be out there. he'll play. He's basically playing for a contract. Last year of his deal, fully healthy off the ACL last year. I think he's going to smash this year in this Todd Monken offense. Give me J.K. Dobbins in the 7th as my RB2 every time. Round 8, I'm going with a tight end, David Njoku. Love Njoku this year. I've talked about the Browns offense a lot. This is going to be a much more pass-heavy offense than we're used to. David Njoku was great last year. He's an athletic tight end. He's a great pass-catching tight end. If you're not getting Travis Kelce early or maybe even Mark Andrews, I will happily just wait. Take David Njoku in the 8th round. Be fine with him. He's a set and forget every week tight end with plenty of upside. Now in round 9, we've got our starting lineup. We need some depth. Let's grab A.J. Dillon as our first bench running back. I like A.J. Dillon a lot this year. I think he's going to be leaned on more with Jordan Love. We started to see it the last couple of years. He's slowly crept up on Aaron Jones. Look, Aaron Jones is still good. He's still an efficient runner. But I think A.J. Dillon gets more work this year than we saw last year in an offense that may try to run the ball a bit more this year. They weren't super pass heavy last year, but they may try to run it more. A.J. Dillon in the 9th round as my first bench running back is fine with me. And then finally, we're in round 10, and I cannot believe Jordan Addison is going in the 10th round. Is it because he got a speeding ticket? Are people worried about it or whatever? He's driving 140. He's not going to get suspended. It was just a citation. He'll be fine. I love this guy as a rookie this year. Perfect complement to Justin Jefferson. Top 5 passing offense. Perfect situation for him. He's a great receiver. I think he leads all rookie wide receivers in catches and yards this year and is one of those rookie wide receivers who helps teams win championships. So in the 10th round, grab him. You won't be disappointed. All right, so that's the 10 best picks you can make in your fantasy football drafts this year. But if you want to see running backs Pierre and I cannot stop drafting, check them out right here.